I don't know if there was chair throwing, billboard breaking, whatever at halftime. But this was a totally different team in the second half. Probably the worst first half I've seen y'all play, or worst half of basketball probably. What was the difference? What did you see from your team that second half that made the difference in this comeback?
Easy. It was the energy. It was the energy. We were doing what we were supposed to do it, but we were not doing it how we were supposed to be doing it. And we went in there wasn't any adjustments made because the game plan worked or was working or could be working if we ran it at the right level. And we challenged our kids. The only adjustment, and it was an adjustment, it was an addition. I was going to figure out a way to bring energy. So, fine. Half-court defense, you're not bringing enough energy, we're going to extend the defense. And that's when we went full court. We went to our 1-2-2, and then we backed off a little bit to our 2-2-1, and then finally settled in once we got that lead back to our 2-3 matchup. But it was the level of energy that they brought, and just hats off, first of all, to our captains. They just kept coaching each other up. We have this, and they recognized it. They wasn't sitting there making excuses. When we challenged them at halftime, it wasn't about any kind of thing. They engaged. They looked at us, and something like a light bulb. You know what? They're right. We're not playing at the level we need to, because that's a great team. A super team. They're not ranked whatever they are nationally. I know they're ranked nationally in terms of scoring defense. They're holding teams to 56 points. Okay, not only do we score 69, we only have 7 turnovers, about one of the top-ranked defenses in the country. They're sitting top of the conference. That was a great team, and we had to come back on a great team. And just my hat's off to how the kids just stay engaged. They knew we wasn't going to get it all at one time, and we just nipped away every 5 minutes. And honestly, I don't recall a single run that UCA went on in the second half. And again, it was the intensity that these kids just came out and played, and I just love them. Great kids.
And in the first half, I mean, like you said, I thought you were staying what you're doing. They shot lights out. Obviously it was a pace I didn't think they could keep up, and obviously not only did they not keep up with the pace, but then your defense was able to get some sync. Like you said, I think they only had like about 6 or 7 turnovers at halftime. You wound up forcing 16. One of them got 18-8 in transition. I think that's what jump-started you on that second half.
Right, and also, and again, they're a great team, and they can shoot the ball well, and they're known for doing that, but we were getting them, the looks were too clean, way too clean, whereas in the second half, that's what I was saying, the actual defense was actually working, but we're almost closing out. We're almost shrinking that gap. And in the second half, that's what I challenge you. You have to get there. You have to be more disruptive. And if you're not going to be disruptive and they're going to be comfortable out there, they're going to sit here and they're going to beat you by about 40 points. Because, if you let them get comfortable and stay set and all, run their stuff and get their right kickouts, get the touches to Duver, they can be lethal.
And in this comeback offensively, if you'd have told me that y'all wouldn't make a three-pointer till almost midway in the second half and that Jaden Nash wouldn't even have taken a shot till 6 minutes left in the game, I wouldn't have thought y'all could have made the comeback complete. But y'all got away. Some other girls stepped up big for y'all offensively and made some big free throws once y'all got the lead too.
Absolutely. And two of the components that we were looking at going into this game was our ability to get to the free throw line, and we can't leave points on the floor, and then our paint touches. The only way you're going to get to the free throw line is by addressing the paint. And I've been very hard on our post play all year long. And as a group, collectively, they showed up. Whether it was Marina Lilly, Jasmine Scott, and I think Jean-Marie Guillory gave us some great minutes off the bench. As a group, that was a solid position for us. And actually, it was the guards that needed to be more aggressive on the perimeter play in getting to the paint, whether it's to take, kick out, or get that drop down. And that's sort of where we made our adjustments. I felt, rebounding with this team. We did a great job, and then only 7 turnovers. I mean, that's wonderful. That's a real good feeling.
Well, Coach, like you said, they were the top team. You just put yourself in the race now to be the top team. You got a 4-game road swing coming up, some momentum. You got to like with Stephen F. Austin, Northwestern State, and 2 big tests coming up. Got to like how this team is playing, build this momentum at home here, and hopefully we'll see what happens coming up next week. Huh?
And like we told them at the end of the game, enjoy it, but we can't take any time off. We have to stay locked in. We have to stay engaged. We had a great week of basketball. Well, guess what? We need another great week of basketball. Or this week of basketball is not going to mean anything. We have to go on the road. We have to prepare. We're going to have 2 tough outings in Stephen F. and Northwestern, playing very well at home, and we just can't take off. If we stay engaged, if we stay focused, if we keep this thinking ourselves mentally to stay at that level, this team is going to be fine. This team's great, and you know, I'm just so blessed to have them.